Right now at 5, Oakleaf is trying to negotiate with HSHS hospitals.
And a lacrosse judge is running for re-election.
We're watching WKBT Lacrosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. We're learning new details about a potential buyer for 2 Chippewa Valley area hospitals and their surrounding clinics after they announced their closures.
Oakleaf Medical Network has announced they'd like to buy the hospitals and save them from closing, and in turn saving thousands of people from losing their jobs and access to health care in the community. News 8 Now's Michael Germain spoke with Oakleaf officials this morning and has the latest. Michael.
Ken and Emily, Oakleaf officials say they have had a strong relationship with both Sacred Heart and St. Joseph hospitals for the past 40 years. They needed to find a solution for the problem not only for their patients, but to prevent a major healthcare crisis from occurring. Oakleaf felt the negotiation was something they needed to get involved with in order to save lives. The board of directors for Oakleaf Medical Network says they have not made a formal offer, but have offered to negotiate with HSHS.
The hope is that we can keep the service lines going during the negotiations, and then when April 21st comes around and they officially pull out, we can continue to maintain those service lines. That's the hope.
Detbarn adds it is likely most service lines will not be open right away.
But we have to make sure that we maintain the crucial ones to get us through this situation in the short term.
But the negotiations won't be that easy. One hurdle Oakleaf is facing is trying to maintain staff members.
Keeping the nursing staff, the radiology staff, all of that staff in place so that we can hit the ground running once it's past April 21st.
Representative Emerson from Eau Claire says this isn't a statewide issue. It is simply a national issue, where patients will still need to find care.
800 to 900 babies were planning on being born at this hospital this year. Those people are still pregnant right now. How can we absorb this into the other healthcare systems? What do we do with this?
She says these communities can simply not exist without major healthcare providers.
It's not going to be a question of if people are going to die. It's going to be a question of how many people are going to die.
Now, the biggest roadblock is whether or not HSHS will accept Oakleaf's proposal and start negotiations. Oakleaf gave HSHS a 48-hour window, which is up today. As of now, they have still not heard back. Ken and Emily?
All right, thank you, Michael.
All right, another mild one for the Coulee region. I mean, it's been the same kind of verse, almost like we're repeating a song every day, Greg.
Right? It was cooler today, but the groundhog you see right here, he saw Bill saw a shadow, Jimmy and the groundhog also saw a shadow, and I think Willie also in Woodstock, actually where the film was filmed, would have saw a shadow. So all three said the same thing, which spring is here. And really, for right now, they're correct because we still continue to see mild conditions. However, we did have cloud cover once again. That pesky low cloud stratus that hangs around did keep the temperatures down a few degrees more. So we're more mid to upper 30s. Some areas saw more sun up to the north, others did not. So it's like about a 10 degree, 15 degree drop from what we saw yesterday. But still, that's about 10 degrees above average. So although it might feel cold, it's not too bad. We have the clouds right there that are beginning to thin out, but we're going to see more of that probably tonight. The high pressure to the right is actually rotating around. That winds from the southeast. So we'll continue to see some of the low clouds. But overall, for this evening, some low clouds here and there. Still not too bad. Lower 30s for La Crosse as we go through Eau Claire. We're looking at similar conditions down to the low 30s. Once again, some low clouds out there. Then as we look out ahead, it's still feeling like March. Yes, the 40s are coming back this weekend. It's a nice weekend, but the 50s are back next week, and formally we might even get to the mid-50s too. So I'll plan all that out, especially when we might see our next chance of rain, which we're about a week away, it looks like right now.
All right. Why don't you tell us the name of your little friend right there?
I think it's Murray.
Murray.
You like Murray?
Bill Murray from Groundhog Day.
Bill.
Gotcha, clever.
Yes. Well,
all right, thank you.
Well, a jury in Michigan is considering whether a mother is guilty of 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter for her son's murders at his high school. Jennifer Crumbly and her husband James are the first parents in the U.S. to be charged in a school shooting. During today's closing arguments, Crumbly's defense attorney reminded jurors of the high burden of proof, and she challenged the charges against the parent of a school shooter, unprecedented in the U.S.
The prosecutor has cherry-picked little bits of evidence out of mountains of evidence No one expected this. No one could have expected this, including Mrs. Crumbly.
Earlier in the day, Crumbly faced cross-examination from prosecutors, questioning her claim she was a helicopter mom. Prosecutors also challenged her insistence that her husband, James, was in charge of gun safety. On the stand Thursday, Crumbly denied knowing her son had mental health struggles.
A French Island hotel manager is in custody on prostitution charges. Town of Campbell police have arrested James Ziss for allegedly keeping a place of prostitution and paying a prostitute for sex. Ziss is the general manager of the Northwood Inn and Suites in the town of Campbell. According to the police report, Ziss allowed 2 women to live at the hotel in exchange for multiple sexual favors. Ziss has denied the allegations.
The lawyer for Lily Peters' alleged killer is appealing the decision to keep the case in adult court. Attorney Michael Cohen is arguing Judge Stephen Gibbs misapplied one of the factors used to consider reverse waivers. Wisconsin law says to move a case from adult to juvenile court, attorneys must prove a juvenile wouldn't receive adequate treatment if convicted, that moving to juvenile court would not depreciate the seriousness of the offense, and that keeping a case in adult court isn't necessary to deter juveniles from committing the same crime. Now, Gibbs ruled last week the defense did not prove that second factor about the seriousness of the offense. In his filing, Cohen says his 15-year-old client is not a hardened offender who's had interventions, failed to rehabilitate, and needs to be punished or taught a lesson through the criminal justice system. He went on to say one is either a child or a small adult, but cannot be both. In this case, the circuit court incorrectly and improperly found CPB was both. The 15-year-old CPB is charged with first-degree intentional homicide and first-degree sexual assault in the death of 10-year-old Lily Peters.
Governor Evers signing 2 bills tonight increasing the wages of employees of the UW-Madison system. The 4% increase in wages will go towards the Building Trades Crafts collective bargaining units. The increase was approved by the Wisconsin State Legislature and Governor Evers. It will go towards more than 35,000 non-union UW employees until 2025. In a statement, the governor said, as one of our state's largest employers and economic drivers, our UW is critical to the well-being of kids, families, and communities in every corner of our state.
Judge Mark Huesman is announcing his candidacy today for La Crosse County Circuit Court Judge Branch 3. At a press conference, Huesman acknowledged his 11 endorsements made up of current and former judges in the La Crosse area. Governor Tony Evers appointed Huesman as Circuit Court in 2023 for a 1-year term after the retirement of Judge Todd Bierke. So he will now run on the April 2nd ballot for a full 6-year term. Huesman said he enjoys the challenge of problem solving in his role and is looking to allocate more resources toward mental health if reelected.
We deal a lot with significant mental health and drug issues, and we try and help people to make positive changes in their life, and I enjoy that.
Huesman had served as former Judge Bierke's court commissioner for 16 years. He's also a founding member of the La Crosse Area Veterans Court. If reelected, his term would begin in August.
The Tomah VA Medical Center is promoting women's heart health today with a mini health fair. The goal is to focus on the importance of cardiovascular health. Participants had the chance to meet the new Tomah VA's new cardiology team and learn different ways to keep their hearts strong. The Women Veterans Program manager says today is important because women's heart health isn't talked about enough.
The VA and really every woman, cardiovascular health is something that is often ignored in women, and so we want to highlight for our women veterans, but for all women, the importance of cardiovascular health.
The Tomah VA's Women's Health Medical Director says that's because women usually don't show the same symptoms of cardiovascular disease as men. If you missed today's mini fair, don't worry. Raisin says it'll be back next year.
Mardi Gras came early for students at La Crescent's Crucifixion School. The La Crosse Mardi Gras royal family brought their court to the school to spread the joy of Mardi Gras. It's part of a series of visits to promote Catholic education during Catholic Schools Week. This year's Rex and Queen say their favorite part of the holiday is the kids.
We like singing and dancing with the kids and seeing their excitement and then hearing about all the exciting things that they get to do throughout the week. It's always just lots of fun. Every event that we do with Mardi Gras is great fun. So.
This year, Mardi Gras falls on Tuesday, February 13th.
It's coming up. President Biden and the First Lady pay tribute to the fallen soldiers killed in Jordan.
We got details on the U.S.'s response to the deadly attack right after this.
The model year-end clearance is going on now at Doll Auto. We have 80 2023s in stock, and it's time for them to go. You'll get exceptional savings, plus financing as low as 0.9%. Hurry to Doll Auto today.
Seeing clearly matters. Being seen matters more. Get 40% off lenses on a complete pair purchase. Nobody cares for eyes more than Pearl.
Hepatitis C, don't just treat it, crush it with Mavorite.
Conquer it with Mavorite.
Cure it with Mavorite. Mavorite cures all types of Hep C.
In only 8 weeks.
The virus multiplies daily and can damage the liver over time. Mavorite stops Hep C and cures it. If you've had hepatitis B, it may flare up and cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you've had Hep B, a liver or kidney transplant, other liver problems, HIV, other medical conditions, and all your medicines. Do not take Mavorite with atazanavir or rifampin. Report right away yellow skin, stomach pain or swelling, confusion and bleeding or bruising.
Hep C, crush it with Mavorite.
Conquer it.
Cure it in only 8 weeks. See Hep C gone with Mavorite.
Ask your doctor about Mavorite. AbbVie could help you save.
In every department at Doll Auto, you'll find people who've been in the industry for decades. In over 100 years at Doll Auto, we've learned to value experience. After working with our team, you'll value our experience too. Doll Auto, simple.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
The U.S. has begun retaliatory airstrikes on Iranian-backed targets in Iraq and Syria in response to a drone strike that killed 3 U.S. service members on Sunday.
Willie James Inman reports from our nation's capital.
CBS News has confirmed that the U.S. on Friday launched retaliatory strikes on Iranian-supported targets in Iraq and Syria. President Biden ordered the strikes involving U.S. B-1 bombers. The wave of airstrikes on about a half a dozen locations comes days after a drone attack killed 3 American troops at an outpost in Jordan. Earlier, the remains of 3 American service members returned to American soil, with President Biden and First Lady Jill Biden joining the families of the fallen soldiers for the solemn event. On Thursday, the president paid tribute to the fallen troops.
They risked it all, and we'll never forget the sacrifices and service to our country, that the dozens of service members who were wounded and are recovering now.
Sergeants William Rivers, Kennedy Sanders, and Breonna Moffett were killed in the drone strike that the U.S. blamed on an Iran-backed group. More than 40 other U.S. troops were wounded. The remains of the soldiers go from Dover Air Force Base to their final resting places. Willie James Inman, CBS News, Washington.
And the Pentagon just announced that Sergeant Rivers has also received a posthumous promotion to Staff Sergeant in recognition of his, quote, exceptional courage, dedication, and leadership.
America's most trusted forecaster.
After the break, the groundhog we know so well rising from the earth to bestow that meteorological wisdom. Right, Craig?
That was me. I guess it's a groundhog. Anyway, we got a transformation next week, but not too much. We got warmer temperatures, but we do have some precipitation finally coming back. I'll break on down when we'll expect that and if it involves any snow, all that coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
When the insurance company sees By Goff and Rohde on the other side, they know they're in for a fight. It's your life, but it's our fight. And they know that if they're not being fair with us, they will find themselves in court, and that's how By Goff and Rohde gets results for its clients.
For over 40 years, La Crosse Glass and Overhead Door has been the go-to company for anything glass and door. We offer a large stock inventory of CEHI garage doors to help you find the perfect fit. As a locally owned business, we take pride in our work and always get the job done. From commercial glass and glazing to residential glass and CEHI garage doors, we have the experience and expertise to help you. Call or visit our website today.
Jolivet Family Farms, known for farm fresh fruit and vegetables, but featuring so much more. Come see all that we have. Valentine's Day, we have something special for your sweetheart. Homemade goodness, hand-dipped chocolate-covered strawberries, cream cheese pie, heart-shaped cookies, specialty chocolates, candy bouquets, Verde sparkling wine, roses, for all your heart-shaped needs, and so much more. There is no substitute for homegrown freshness, open daily year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
The history of Pleasing is a history of taste. After World War II, my grandfather, Frank Italiano, spent time in China and acquired a gourmet taste which became his passion. He developed a seasoning and shared it with his friends. In 1952, Pleasing was created. That first seasoning has grown to 40 different blends. This history of taste continues with both the second and the third generations as we explore people's changing tastes. Stop by the Pleasing Outlet store on Ward Avenue and taste the history.
If you've been in a serious accident, you need a serious legal team. By Goff and Rohde is the Western Wisconsin powerhouse. Attorneys who won't settle for less than you deserve. Call By Goff and Rohde.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Punxsutawney Phil has made his long-awaited seasonal prediction for the U.S.
Crowds gathered at Gobbler's Knob in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, as handlers pulled the furry forecaster from his burrow on this Groundhog Day. The famous groundhog did not see his shadow, a good sign for those eager for more sun and less cold.
Phil often does see his shadow on the big day, predicting 6 more weeks of winter, so this year's weather forecast came as a welcome surprise. And it turns out our chief meteorologist, Greg Barnhart, was in alignment with Punxsutawney Phil. He predicted the same thing.
Just a couple of weather masters, Punxsutawney and Greg.
Yeah, he's only been doing it well since the late 1800s. But Jimmy also, the famous one in Sun Prairie, did not see his shadow, and I believe there's Willie, who was in Woodstock, also did not. So they all did not. They had cloud cover to deal with. Overall, if we look back at January, here's a quick look at it. Really, it was the 24th warmest for La Crosse. Overall, precipitation-wise, not too far off for snow. There's your records. We had some cold snaps there, but nothing too unusual. And then 53 was just the last day of the month is when we got that record. Eau Claire, a similar story. Once again, above average for temperatures. Precipitation, they did not see as much as we saw down La Crosse. You can see snow. They're a little bit well below average. That whole area all the way stretching to Minneapolis is seeing quite a bit of snowfall this year. Overall, you look at the big picture, you can see this huge ridge building all the way up to the north. This blocking pattern that we've kind of mentioned before really is in place right now. That'll keep us dry here for the next week. One system out to the west, and there's a second one that's going to hit Southern California here too. That one is actually going to be the one that could provide us some precipitation, not till we get to Thursday and Friday. Overall, if you look at the next, all the way through Wednesday, low clouds at time, those pesky low clouds in the morning. We'll keep that stratus occasionally, more sun in the afternoon. We still should get up in the 40s. Next week looks 50s, maybe even mid-50s, depending on cloud cover. Temperatures at night, that's even the bigger story. We'll probably set record lows at night just because how warm we are. especially if we get to the end of the week when we could be not even reaching 40 at night. Thursday for Saturday, that's a system. Breezy conditions. We'll have rain chances Thursday and Friday. There might be a transition to snow that would be probably north of I-94. We'll keep an eye. Right now, it's a very low chance, and then dry for the following weekend. Really, for the next 24 hours, it's just this low cloud cover. We'll see it break up eventually tomorrow. It'll really depend on where you are for temperatures tomorrow. If you keep this low cloud cover, you'll be in the upper 30s to low 40s. Other areas will probably get up into the mid 40s. So I think more areas will see the sun, but it's just that it's going to be stubborn. Records will probably not see some tomorrow. It just depends on cloud cover. We'll be about 3 to 4 degrees short of that. Sunday's a different story. We're going to get a little bit warmer, less cloud cover, so we'll be in the upper 40s. Once again, records are 50s, so we'll see if we can touch that. Next week's a different story. We're going to have warm temperatures once again because all of that system approaches the mountain west. Southerly winds ahead of it are going to warm us up throughout the week. That rain chance I mentioned, not till we get to Thursday, and there's the rain that starts pushing into the area with the system with the low to the north. Right now, it doesn't look like a big transition next Friday to some snow. We'll see if it holds together. We'll keep an eye on that. For right now, it looks mostly rain, but it could change. There's your mount for snow. Most of the snow right now is predicted to be northwest of Minneapolis. We'll see if that changes. But for tonight, we're looking at temperatures upper 20s, low 30s, very common theme. We'll see some low cloud cover, probably more towards the morning once again. Not expecting any type of fog. And then tomorrow, mid 40s. You could see upper 40s if you have less cloud cover. Other areas with that clouds that stick around, probably in the low 40s, but still above average. As we go to Sunday, that's when we get close to 50. And all next week, except Friday, we're in the 50s. In fact, we might see a few mid 50s or even upper 50s if we don't have snow on the ground by that time. Most areas don't. And then we have the rain chance coming in Wednesday night through Friday. And right now that does look rain. But yeah, enjoy this stretch because groundhog's right. Spring's here for right now.
Looks like
that could change, but it's right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Thanks,
all right,
Greg.
thank you, Greg.
A dash to make a delivery more than 100 miles away.
The Precious Cargo Minnesota State Troopers rushed to get to a patient across the state.
Monday on News 8 Now this morning, it's Mindful Monday, and we're speaking with a Mayo Clinic Health System cardiologist in honor of American Heart Month. Learn some ways to keep your heart healthy coming up on Monday.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
When your vehicle needs service, go to Maury's VW in Onalaska. Competitive rates and highly trained automotive technicians will have your Volkswagen or other domestic vehicles back on the road. While you wait, feel the friendly, upbeat, and engaging energy flow of our service lounge. Schedule today.
It's the Power Up Reclining Sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. On top of sale prices, when you power up your recliner, sofa, or sectional, there's special financing and free delivery. For the most comfort control, upgrade your recline with adjustable headrest and adjustable lumbar, all at the push of a button. At Drury's, you'll find Lazy Boy, Stressless, and Flex Steel, all our top brands, and all on sale. Special prices, special financing, and free delivery. It's happening now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
Craving authentic Mexican flavors? Look no further than Señor Villa. At Señor Villa, we bring the taste of Mexico to your table every day. Join us for our unbeatable $5 lunch specials packed with flavor and value. And don't miss our nightly specials where the fiesta never ends. Señor Villa, where great food meets great value. Visit us today. Señor Villa, the taste of Mexico you've been craving.
Wow, Forest Berry Fudge is amazing. This is melting in my mouth.
Dill pickle? Whoa, that's actually good.
Holy fudge. This is the best thing ever.
Expressions brought to you by Valley Fudge and Candy. Find us in Coon Valley, Wisconsin, or order online today.
When your vehicle needs service, go to Maury's VW in Onalaska. Competitive rates and highly trained automotive technicians will have your Volkswagen or other domestic vehicles back on the road. While you wait, feel the friendly, upbeat, and engaging energy flow of our service lounge. Schedule today.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 Now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
When you hear sirens and see some flashing lights, you might think you're about to get pulled over.
But this time it was a mission to get platelets from a Red Cross in St. Paul to a patient at a hospital in Morris, Minnesota as fast as possible. 7 state troopers jumped into action, forming a 170-mile relay from the metro to west central Minnesota.
Matthew Fonning with Red Cross says this collaboration with Minnesota State Patrol is crucial, especially when smaller hospitals don't have platelets on hand for major emergency.
Not a product that has a long life on it, and we need to get it to the patients in a fast manner. That relay system works for them and works for us, works for the patient.
Now, between the 7 state troopers, the trip only took 2 hours. In this case, the patient who got the platelets has recovered and has since left the hospital. Fascinating that they have that system set up.
Yeah, good news. I mean, and that's kind of the big question for some of our rural areas as well. Across the nation, the separation from major hospital systems or clinics, that long distances are sometimes needed just to get emergency equipment to somebody.
It's a big challenge for them, and I'm glad that they got a plan in line for that.
Absolutely.
At least here, at least. Okay. All right, we'll have another look at your forecast when we come back.
Ashley's President's Day Preview Mattress Sale is here. Right now, you can get early access to Mattress Hot Buys, your choice just $6.99. Plus, save up to $1,000 on select mattresses. Visit your local Ashley store or ashley.com to shop the President's Day Preview Mattress Sale today.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet's big pet care sale is going on now, and that means huge savings on the food, treats, and supplies you need to help keep your pets happy and healthy. Right now, get a free $15 Blaine's gift card when you spend $75 on Purina Pro Plan dog or cat food. Pro Plan uses advanced nutrition to create targeted formulas that help your unique pets thrive as they age and develop. So shop our assortment today and find the right Pro Plan formula for your dog or cat at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Showplace Cabinets. Complement your new tub or shower with appealing cabinetry from Showplace. Made in America, Showplace Cabinetry is built to last with features and styles to fit your home and family. Coordinate your new tub or shower, your fixtures, flooring, sink with your new Showplace vanity. Visit our showroom to see the many possibilities from Showplace. Designers to create a plan and board store carpenters, plumbers, and electricians to do it right. Showplace Cabinets and the Board Store. Your winning combination. Get started today.
Yeah, I joke, my ears were her Valentine's gift a year ago. So something I'd been thinking about, and so Valentine's Day was coming around, and I had spoke to Tom a couple times, but never made anything definite, and so I just kind of made the definite plan and made it happen, and glad I did. Wish I would have done it 20 years ago.
Yeah, he can actually participate in conversations now and not just shaking his head.
Better hearing is a better life.
Let River City Grill in Winona, Minnesota be your new go-to dinner destination. We provide exceptional service no matter the occasion. From date nights to family outings with the kids, we have something for everybody at the table. Enjoy one of our 23 tap beers and pair it with a burger and fries during our happy hour from 2 to 6 p.m. Or, for a fine dining experience, try our salmon and steak entrees paired with our amazing signature cocktails. River City Grill, located in Winona, Minnesota. Call or book an online reservation today.
Ashley's President's Day Preview Mattress Sale is here. Right now, you can get early access to Mattress Hot Buys, your choice just $6.99. Plus, save up to $1,000 on select mattresses. Visit your local Ashley store or ashley.com to shop the President's Day Preview Mattress Sale today.
All right, we'll have some low clouds here and there tonight. Once again, kind of a common theme we're going to see for the next couple days. Still upper 20s, low 30s for both locations, and that low cloud cover will probably linger tomorrow morning. More breaks in the afternoon, so mid 40s. Sunday looks upper 40s, probably potentially 50, and all of next week we could see record highs each day. In fact, we could see record low highs, meaning it's going to be so warm at night towards the end of the week, and then rain does come back in. So enjoy the warm conditions.
Yeah, it looks like a nice weekend ahead.
It should.
I think so.
All right.
Thanks for joining us tonight at 5.
We'll see you at 6.